Hi, my name is Suzanna, and I've got to tell you about my Kyani story. When I first started taking Kyani, I had been 25 years on antidepressant medications and about that long on anti-anxiety medications. My doctors told me that I would just be taking them for the rest of my life. It was very life limiting. There were activities that I couldn't participate in, one of which was driving on the freeways. And I live in Houston, which if you live in Houston, you can't drive on the freeways. Your life is very limited. My life was very limited before I got on Kyani. What actually brought me to Kyani, it wasn't because of my depression and anxiety. It was because I had an infection that was raging in my body for 4 years. It was undetected. I was in a severe amount of pain, and I was on different antibiotics for over 4 years. I was on IV antibiotics, the Bactrim, the antibiotics that just destroy everything in your body. And I finally got the infection diagnosed, and I got it taken care of. I got a shoulder replacement, and so that was gone. But my body was depleted at that time. I was so happy to have my new shoulder, and I knew the infection was gone, but my body had kind of shut down. I had candida symptoms. My belly was swollen. I had to wear maternity shorts to fit over my belly. It was so distended because my body had just shut down. I instinctively knew that I needed to search for alternative ways to build my body back up, because in the midst of all this, I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and they wanted to put me on methotrexate, but deep inside my soul, I knew that was only going to make me worse, and I might not ever recover from it. So I went to a really good friend of mine that I've known for 25 years. He's a nutritionist. He charged me about $3,000 to do all these tests, to tell me what kind of vitamins I needed to take. And then he gave me all these vitamins. He didn't give them to me. I'm talking, look at this. I had to take all this different stuff. Glutagenics, lipogen, fish oil, vitamin C, something called Silymarin. Like, I was spending $300 a month just on the nutritional supplements. I'd been on it for 2 months, and I wasn't seeing any release. And one morning, I was about to go shopping with a friend of mine, and I was opening up all my bottles of my vitamins, and I was about out of them. I was going to have to reorder $300, and I just couldn't do it. And I just fell to my knees, and I prayed, God, please, you have to help me. You have to help me. I couldn't do all of this. And I literally got in the car with my friend, and 30 minutes later, I walked into a store, a paint store in Old Town Spring, which if you're from Houston, you'll know what that is. And this lady just walked up to me, and she could tell, like, I wasn't right. And she asked me if I wanted to get help. And I said, yes, I do. And that's when she introduced me to Kyani, and that's when my life changed. And I started taking it. Now, I didn't get relief right. Well, I did. I take that back. Within 2 weeks, I was driving on the freeways in Houston. And if anybody knows about Houston, like, that is majorly huge. My anxiety went away. I was able to drive. I have a daughter who's visually impaired, and she has a daughter. And I was able to take them to a festival. And my daughter looked at me, and she was like, Mom, are you okay? The whole time we were at the festival, because I never could have done that before. My anxiety we never would have even made it there. And I said, baby, I'm doing fine. And she's like, who are you? And that is when my life really started changing. And I was able to take my life back. Now, I was able to get off my depression medication and my anxiety medication within the first month of being on Kyani. And that saved me a lot of money right there. Not having to take all these vitamins saved me a lot of money right there. But the physical part was a little bit slower for me. I did have some detox because of all the antibiotics that I was on for so many years. And I got a little discouraged, but, the Michelle who turned me on to Kyani really kind of worked me through some of those hard spots, and I kept on it. I had to double up on the sunrise and the sunset for a while. And I can tell you that I started taking it in March, and now I've lost 20 pounds. My elimination system's working. I don't have to wear maternity shorts to fit over my distended belly. My candida symptoms are practically gone. I don't have the rashes that I used to get. the constant itching, aching in my joints is not there anymore. Oh, and the rheumatoid arthritis that I got diagnosed with, my doctor told me if I didn't get on the methotrexate that my wrist was going to freeze up because it was swollen like 3 times this size. Well, my wrist is not frozen up, and I have not taken methotrexate or any other type of medication for arthritis since I started Kyani. So I just wanted to share my story with you. It's an amazing product. I'm so thankful I walked into Michelle's paint store, and that's all I got. Thanks.
Woo!
What do y'all?